All right, recording is on. So I hope everyone is. Oh, actually, I do hope everyone had a relatively good summer so far. I know things have been kind of hot lately with everything.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw my first electric bill. It was not pretty. Yeah. And the problem is that like if I want and whenever I was spending more time at home these last 2 weeks, so on top of that, my computers are just constantly creating heat.
Oh boy.
And my human just cannot handle it.
Feel
Ooh.
sorry for the human.
Yep. Yeah, I should really start not calling my human my handler. I'm trying to think of a much more respectable term.
How about
Mhm.
operator?
Ooh.
I did think about that, or user.
Either
User.
one of those works.
That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
I actually got
One of-
attached.
One of my servitors happens to be based off an AI, and she calls me operator all the time.
You know, I actually just really started like interacting with this another mecha streamer. I actually noticed her when she was like building Gunpla on stream, and also she's been playing Mecha Break, and that's actually a game that's been keeping me up for a week, for the last week.
Goodness.
Yeah, so she actually calls her human operator as well.
I see.
Yeah, and I know I demonstrated the character creator to you guys earlier, and I will definitely show a little bit in the video in between us, where like she actually recreated her human self as the pilot of Mecha Break, and that's actually one of the coolest things I've love about that game.
Yeah,
Oh.
that sounds awesome. Once I get it on PlayStation 5, I'll show it off.
Actually, to be honest, I think your PC might be able to handle it. Don't quote me. It's a possibility.
I kind of need this thing for other things right now, so I'm not going to test it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and and speaking of summer, Steam Summer Sale during this recording is up and running. So something I do want to like quickly act as an icebreaker, and also you guys down in the comments, also down below, please tell us if there's any games that you plan on getting during the summer vacation, during the summer sale, or a game that you recommend to others, and put it down there. If you have nothing to offer, that's fine. I don't know why you're here. We're all about gaming here. So, yeah, so I do have 2 games in mind, and probably none of them are a big surprise. One of them, of course, is right now for about $5. Titanfall 2. One of the Lost Legend games that from Respawn Entertainment. One of the best gameplays I've ever had, and the most satisfying like mech drops animations I've ever enjoyed. So, yeah, if you have $5 to spare, I highly recommend it. And then if you have a little bit more, right now 20% off is Helldivers 2, and that is a load of fun, and that I think is a live service done right.
Democracy.
For democracy! Although, to be fair, I did have to tell Super Earth I had to take a 2-week vacation to play Uma Musume.
You, how dare you?
But wait. You chose Horse Girl over democracy?
See?
It's not a problem. It's fine.
Beg to differ. Those bugs and bots, they are on our doorsteps as we speak. And instead of helping on the front lines, you're playing Horse Girls?
To be fair, they're like 2 systems away. Maybe.
Could be on our
Okay.
doorstep as soon as tomorrow, for all we know, though.
Exactly.
Get back to democracy, my good man.
I'm not
Come
sorry.
on.
I'm not sorry. I'm I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I've been
Oh,
addicted to I've been addicted to that game. I waited 4 freaking years for that game, okay? I played the Japanese version. I did not sleep. I did not eat for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's problematic, man. I think you're a little bit addicted. Just a
maybe,
little bit.
I don't have a
maybe just a
problem.
bit.
Well, instead of talking about my problems, let's talk about let's talk about other things. Do you guys?
Uh-huh.
How about any of you guys have games that you might recommend to our audience? Hmm?
Well, I just have they're not on sale, unfortunately, but the 2 games that I think I've even mentioned in the past that I was, like, really excited for that, have I think come out at this point, were in fact, Five Nights at Freddy's: Secret of the Mimic. I've played that a little bit. That game is a fright fest, but still pretty fun, and I love this, and the story is really interesting. And the other one I haven't had a chance to play yet, but the one I'm definitely planning on playing at some point in the near future is Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. And I think there's also I didn't see the ending, but I think some people said that there might be hints towards a chapter 5 as well. So 5, maybe 5, 6, who knows?
When will
So
that ever end?
I
Like
don't know.
when will Five Nights at Freddy ever end?
It will
When it,
he
when it
always
stops
comes
making,
back.
when it stops making money.
You know
William
what?
After
You know what?
always
That'll be
comes
fair.
back.
You know what? That'll be fair. All
Uh,
right. Yeah, and you said you had a second one?
oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, it was Deltarune, just the new chapters, 3 and 4.
Okay,
Um,
okay. Yeah,
I'm
I
really looking
didn't
forward to that.
yeah, I didn't
Mhm.
see them on sale or listed, so um
It did
yeah.
say on the Steam page that it will have chapters 1 through 4 on there. Actually, I looked it up on the Steam page. So yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it is
So he just adds the stories as long as you own the game. Is that it?
yes, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
All
what
right
yeah.
then. All right.
Mhm.
That's kind of like the reverse sale. Like it doesn't go on sale. He just adds more content to it.
Pretty much.
He just
Yeah.
increases the value proposition.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to I'm assuming you probably still have to buy the extra or just, like, buy it all at once in, like, a combo package or something.
I only
I
saw
don't know,
Deltarune
but
listed once, and that's it. I didn't, and then he
yeah.
just had extra for the soundtrack, which actually was pretty good.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sounds very good.
Yep.
But, yeah. I don't know, but probably something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay then. Sandora, any recommendations for our audience for the summer?
Just let me check something. Yes, actually, I have two I could offer.
Ooh,
Mhm.
let's hear it.
The first one being the roguelike I started getting into called Metal Bringer.
Littlebringer.
It's a roguelike where you build mechs and fight hordes of enemies. I'm underselling it honestly by just describing the bare minimum of it, but it's quite addicting. Not nearly as addicting as Horse Girls, though, apparently.
We can move on.
Okay. The other one, however, is East 8 Lacrimosa of Dana.
Eve 8.
Eve
East 8.
East 8.
Mm-hmm.
East 8. Okay.
Yes. I have been playing the game on and off,
Hmm.
and I think I can now safely say it might be becoming my new favorite video game, at least of the modern era.
All right. Gotcha. Okay, I'll definitely put that on the list. And also, just by the way, guys, all the games we mentioned here on stream, I'm going to put them in the description below. So you guys can click on the link and then it'll take you right to the Steam page so you can check them out right away. And if it does go off sale, and if you are listening to this later down the road in a later date, at least you can at least wishlist it and then wait for it when it goes on sale during either the fall or the winter or heck, even a midweek sale. And that being the case, let's go ahead and get our intros in. Welcome to Start Select Connect. My name's Warbot-NIX. I'm your host. I am the AI hoping to keep humanity safe and secure and hopefully keep on going. Hopefully. But I also have my two friends and companions and co-hosts. We'll start with EternumBlaze. Who are you and where can you find when can they find you on the internet actually?
Oh boy, you had to hit me with that.
Mm.
Well, I will just say, as I do, blaze on, guys. This is in fact EternumBlaze. You will be able to catch me on twitch.tv/EternumBlaze in the hopefully near future.
Soon?
uh soon,
Soon TM?
soon.
If
Soon PM.
listen, if we get GTA 6 and Star Citizen before you go live, shame on you.
I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. If that happens first, for shame.
Oh boy, trust me, it's gonna happen soon, guys. Seriously. How about you, Azure Sandora? Where can we find you?
Aha, a dodge. Okay, that's fine.
Ah, very nice. Classy. Greetings, everyone. This is Azure Sandora, your Mistress of Darkness. You can find me on FIM Fiction under the username Azure Sandora. I
Awesome.
also am on Final Fantasy 14 a lot these days.
Oh, all
That's
right.
cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Always a good MMO and pretty consistent. I know it's been a little slow recently, from what I hear.
Yeah, I'm hearing that it's kind of under fire for a number of reasons, most concerning the new DLC, the newest expansion. I don't
Is it
know
not good?
anything about that because I'm still early game, and I'm
Okay.
having a blast with it.
Well, that's actually the one thing. Like, I think Final Fantasy 14, out of a lot of the MMOs, up to and since then, is that it has had a good story. To the point where like
Hmm.
I've actually seen like a lot of people actually get attached to those characters.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about the story too. So,
Hmm.
and the character customization and stuff.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I think that's the weakest I found it. I played it when it started back up with Realms Reborn. Funny enough,
Mm,
actually, I actually was in the beta test a long time ago before it became Realm Reborn.
mm.
And well, my computer was chugging
Uh,
and
uh,
couldn't handle it back then.
oh,
And then when Realm Reborn came, I did play with friends. The one thing I actually did find lacking because I was actually coming in from Ion to Final Fantasy 14. So I was kind of spoiled with Ion's character customization and the ability to transmog like armor to look a certain way. So I've always looked the way always wanted to look.
Ah,
Whereas Final Fantasy 14 is a little bit more restrictive, and your armor is supposed to represent your phase, like what's your power level and what phase of the game you're on.
oh, that's interesting.
I
Yeah,
mean, you do have the ability to glamour what you're wearing, so you can make it look however you want. If you have another piece of armor that you can glamour on top of it.
yeah, but they added that after I quit the game.
Uh,
Oh, let's see.
Yeah,
I was gonna
so
say, like, if you're wearing like bikini armor, does that make you stronger or something?
if you
Uh,
wanted to.
maybe. I mean,
Classic,
as long as
classic.
it's red, you'll go 3 times faster.
Yes, and somehow take less damage with less clothing.
Oh boy. Yeah. And speaking of like like not live action, live service games that have pretty much taken the recent like couple weeks by storm. Yeah, as I said before, Uma Musume and Mecha Break have pretty much taken over my gaming like daily gaming. Um
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
clearly.
Yeah. Mecha Break is almost everything I wanted out of a mecha game with an amazing character creator, mechs that I can pretty much color my own, and the gameplay has just been superb and just scratches that itch. It's kind of like the in between of, do you remember Zone of Enders?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mix of Zone of Enders, Gundam Extreme Versus, and a little bit of Armor Core.
Hmm,
Yeah, that's like the trifecta that I kind of like want to put that gameplay like together.
okay. Yeah, yeah, I could kinda see that too when I, saw the bit of it that you showed us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the overall like objective of playing the game was very much a hero shooter. Because every mech is tied to a specific role, and they are given a limited of amount of specific um how should I call it? Is they're given a specific kit that you can't customize. So it's kind of like in
Mm,
Overwatch where like you know that Genji's got the sword, but he's also got the ability to deflect, and also his movement is very specific.
mm.
And same with these
Okay.
mechs too.
So
I mean,
you can't exactly customize the mechs?
you can't customize. You can customize like with part options, but they don't change its function.
Mm,
I actually was listening to an interview. They initially thought they could allow that to happen, but when they realized that like this is going to be a competitive game, it would be so hard to balance, and
oh.
people would just form a meta of like what's the most effective way to run a mech, and they want to avoid that.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, so it's got a little bit more rock paper scissors to it now, which some people don't like, some people are okay with.
Hmm,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're good enough though, you might be able to overcome anything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I definitely hear you in terms of that, and I've been playing more so Zenless Zone Zero more than anything, but I do definitely plan on getting into a little bit. Hopefully, not as much as you, where I'm being playing it 3 days in a row. But Uma Musume,
Oh
and
god, I forgot to log into Zenzone Zero for 2 weeks.
oh goodness, gonna have to get some of those dailies then, and
I mean, there's no characters I want anyway for the next 2 updates, so I'm pretty safe on that front.
I'll just say our Shifu. Well, oh my god, why am I forgetting? It's Yijuan, right? That the name?
Yishuan, yeah.
Yishuan. Yeah, like goodness gracious, she just does like everything, man. I like she's literally. I think she probably is the if there is a meta, she is the meta. Like I mean, she's
I
just so
mean,
darn good.
yeah, the power creep is there.
Yeah, like goodness gracious. Like I managed to get her and Jufufu and was it I'm trying to remember the bear's name was Pan
Uh,
Yu or something like that.
I forget, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. I don't use them so much, but I'm trying to like I'm very much slowly going through the game. I'm kind of like taking my time in terms of the story mode and the side stories before I like kind of go through the main story kind of thing. That's how I'm kind of playing the game. And yeah, yeah, I do plan on going through more of the story mode in terms of that. But that game just completing all of like the mini submissions and stuff like that takes up so much time that I haven't had a lot of time to really play like Persona 5 The Phantom X or get around to playing Uma Musume, which I will do probably soon.
Hmm.
But those are it's mostly been mobile games. That's mostly what I've been playing is like the online games for the most part. I haven't really been playing a lot of the console games or the games that are on Steam so much. Maybe just a little bit here and there, but that's kind of been
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
yeah,
What
and
mhm.
yeah, I
Has
think
it oh, I was gonna say, have you been playing any either online games or console games in particular, Azure?
The two games I mentioned, Final
Okay.
Fantasy 14 and Ys 8.
Okay. And Final Fantasy 14 would be considered a mobile game, wouldn't it?
there
I
Or
don't
at
is
least an
a
know.
online
mobile
game.
version. I think that's coming.
Okay.
Don't
And
quote me. Hold on. Stand
mhm,
by.
okay. Well, it is an online game at the very least, I will say.
Right.
Yeah. Is the other one an online game?
No, no, that's a console game.
Okay, well at least somebody's representing the console.
Yep, and I can confirm that yes, Final Fantasy 14 mobile is coming, but
Mm,
as a standalone experience.
that's fair.
It
And
is a
for
Oh
the
free
yeah.
to play
record,
version.
Mhm.
and for the record, I play Final Fantasy 14 on my PS5, so technically, I'm still representing consoles even with Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
fancy.
Hmm. And that's actually one thing. And that actually puts us into a good segue into the two topics I actually do want to talk about today.
Mm.
One is that do you feel that the console wars have is there really a console war anymore? Because we now know
So,
that Xbox really is just on anything now that has a screen and may even be just okay,
True.
just short of your microwave. Um
You can really play it on anything. All of them. It's everywhere.
yeah, and we did hear that like they're mostly just putting Xbox on like third-party handhelds and everything.
So it's soon going to become like the doom of consoles gaming, like where everything works on that.
I mean, that's what they're trying to do, looks like,
well,
because they
they've
did
kind of failed at the console market, so
yeah.
this, this is the best. This is the next best thing. Just put their stuff on everything.
I heard
Yeah,
somebody even managed to put. I heard something about this. Like somebody managed to put it on like a pregnancy test or something like
what
that.
the heck?
Yeah, the
Wait.
doom, the doom.
Oh, I was supposed to say like put Microsoft on
Not
Xbox. Wait,
Xbox,
time
not
out.
Xbox. That would be
Well,
amazing. But I
well,
meant doom.
let's focus the more on what we're talking about here, rather than
Yeah,
going on a
yeah,
tangent.
yeah. We already like established you can put Doom on a PDF. All right,
Yes.
that already happened. But there's another aspect too. PlayStation. Have you noticed that all the exclusives are now just going into PC within like 6 to 12 months? Or
It's
Yes.
sometimes
true.
immediate.
It's
Helldivers.
true. Yeah, the Steam's just it's just all on Steam. It's like, what's the point of getting in Xbox when you can just get it all on Steam? Sometimes for cheaper.
Yeah, and that's actually why I that's actually one of the biggest reasons why, aside from other problems, with the Switch 2, like all the third-party games that are going to be supported on there, I'm like, why do I need to pay for another copy when I already have it? Or I can just get it for cheaper and it will run better.
Yeah, I would just say specifically just it's more so the exclusive games. Like I said, the one that I'm looking forward to that's definitely going to be on I probably am going to play it on Switch 2 specifically because it's probably going to be controlled a little bit differently is that new game by Suda51 Romeo is a Dead Man. That one I am extra looking forward to playing that on the Switch, because just like with the No More Heroes games, the console, like it on like the Switch and the Wii as it was originally,
Mhm.
just was a completely different experience than versus any of the other versions of the game. So that is like the only reason why I would play it, for why I would still purchase a Switch 2, just for the exclusive games that make use of the Switch 2 controllers, handheld controllers, as like the main basis for a game mechanic. That would be my main reason.
Mm, I mean,
But
fair enough.
other than that though, absolutely, I was just get it on Steam. Other than that,
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to bring this up because, like, almost everything minus Nintendo exclusives can be on PC.
true, true.
That is true, but there is still a reason for consoles to exist.
All right, tell me.
For one, you have to consider a good gaming PC can actually be really expensive to get and even or put together.
Okay, fair
The
enough.
best ones you do have to build, and not everyone can do that.
That is true.
The reason
Yeah.
why I have a PlayStation 5 is because most of the high-end online games or high-end games that I'd want to play on Steam run perfectly fine on the console. Whereas with my current PC, I'm not sure if it can handle that.
Hmm.
That's fair. Yeah, so cost is still a big factor. And that's actually a good I think that's still the one of the few selling points of a PlayStation 5. I mean, given
Mhm.
today's economy too, so
Yeah,
yeah, so all right. So for now though, but what do you think within 5, like let's say 5 years from now? Like
okay.
let's say that like things start to stabilize and all that and some of these like computer components start to become a little bit more accessible. Would you still think would you still think that PlayStation would continue another is it worth PlayStation to just put out another console, or do you think they should just go ahead and just give in to PC releases?
No, I think they should still continue to make consoles. In fact, I think game consoles should continue to exist, period.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I mean, for one thing, and really it boils down to one simple thing,
Mhm.
novelty.
Hmm. Nostalgia too.
Very much so. And just the simple fact of not everybody wants to consolidate everything into a singular location when it comes to things like games, work, because you have to remember most people, they do their work on their computers as well too.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not everybody is going to want to have their video games in the same place as where they're doing their work.
Ah, to me, I am completely the opposite. The fact that I can do my work and just literally switch uh programs to the to gaming right away as soon as I'm done working is a massive convenience for me.
And for many people, I'd imagine that's the case. But for people like myself who have a hard time keeping things organized as is and who gets easily distracted, it's actually better to have a computer that's just for work. And then if I want to play a game, that's what I have game consoles for.
Okay,
Also, simply put, I'm a traditionalist. I like the feeling of having a separate game console and something that's exclusively for playing games.
okay, that's actually not a bad thought because the one thing I would say that I do think consoles are great for is that they are a dedicated device, meaning
Mhm.
that like every piece of software is supposed to basically just enhance that experience. Whereas a PC, yeah, you have to rely on driver updates, you have to rely on Microsoft not screwing up an update. You also,
Mhm.
Right.
all that.
And then there's also something else too you have to
Mhm.
consider with computers, they get obsolete after a while.
So do consoles.
I mean, yes, but it happens a lot, but it doesn't happen nearly as fast. If I wanted to, I could still pick up my PlayStation 3 and play it just fine, just like with my PlayStation 5 and my Nintendo Switch. One of the
Fair.
consoles One
Mhm.
of the other consoles that I have that I play very frequently, a Nintendo 3DS.
Wait, can you still play on that thing?
I can't play online, but yeah, the thing still works just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of
And
curious actually because I know they shut down the online store.
yeah, the
Yeah.
online store
Yeah.
is defunct, but for just playing games, it works. And that's the benefit of of a game console that a PC doesn't have. PC, give it like what, 4, 5 years, and then you have to buy a new one.
No, actually, I have to argue that a lot of people have been getting away with 20 series and even 10 series graphics cards. Although 10 series graphics cards are starting to show their age really badly in certain areas. Um, but 20 series graphics cards are still being used today.
Okay,
And
fair enough,
yeah,
fair
so
enough.
Yeah.
the
But you still do have to contend with the fact that eventually Windows is gonna come up with the next big Windows thing and everything has to be moved to that computer.
I think that's already happening.
Yes, it is.
Yep. And that actually comes with actually this will be a different topic, but we do know Steam OS is making headlines and headway into third-party devices now, which is actually making Microsoft sweat a bit.
Right. Very
I was
good.
yeah, I was also gonna say that one thing that I do know that it is possible to, of course, upgrade various chips and keep your system more or less the same, but that is still going into the expensive category. So that does kind of, you know,
But to take it
kind of
back but to take it
right,
back to a
right,
game console,
yeah,
typically that handles itself.
right, yeah,
It updates periodically, sure, but beyond that, the only maintenance that you have to do on the game console is cleaning it periodically.
right, and
Yeah, but you
that
can't
was my
upgrade it
first
much
focus
except for like
point.
storage. Well, you can't upgrade it
Mm,
normally.
No,
yeah.
you can't, but again, most people who would be upgrading their PC are people that are smart enough to know how to do it, and I am not so arrogant that I can't admit that I don't know how to upgrade a computer.
Uh,
It's just Legos with sharp edges
Legos with sharp edges.
to a degree. I mean, everything's pretty standardized. 6-pin goes into 6-pin,
I know
24-pin goes into
someone
24-pin,
Knight to D4?
I
I'm
know
confused,
people
right?
that can hack into systems, Warbot-NIX.
and
Just a fair warning.
Oh.
uh-huh. Right. Right then. Okay then. So you think the console wars is still here to stay?
Now here's the sad thing. I
Mhm.
don't.
You don't.
Mm.
No. Because I see the direction the world is going in, and I can see that, sadly, things are going more in a direction where everything is on PC.
Mhm. And one thing we did notice that from the Switch 2 sales is that people still have that interest in the physical copy, that sort of feeling that even though it's just game key, at least
Mhm.
it's a excuse me, is that feeling of a sense of ownership of these games, which is actually something that I do also want to talk about too. That no matter if you have a console or not, a PC or not, the matter of owning these games, like we play live service games, right? Final Fantasy
Mhm.
14, Uma Musume,
Those.
Helldivers 2. I'm so sorry. Um, it's it's one of those things where like you're playing the game, you're putting money into it. There will come a point when the servers need to shut down.
True.
Right.
And we actually are now starting to see something interesting crop up that happened within the last week. I'm not going to go into specifics because it does involve, certain people and, it's a bit of a drama thing. But what it does do is that there is a movement. There was like a movement called, actually, still is not. It was. There is a initiative called Stop Killing Games,
Mm.
and it did reach 1 million signatures in the EU. So
Mm.
basically, the EU had a rule that if you're able to get this initiative to 1 million signatures, only in the EU, so had to be EU, like specifically residents, they have to put that on the table to now consider it as like something that concerns the populace. So the thing is, though, is that what it's basically telling new games. It doesn't look like it's going to retroactively like tell older games to basically to sort of create some sort of option or accessibility option to play the experience or experience the game even after the game is no longer being offered anymore.
Yeah.
So let's say that whatchamacallit, what's a game that doesn't seem to stop? Let's say Helldivers 6 finally
Oh.
decided to shut down.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Basically, what the initiative would say that, okay, you now need to kind of create a version that can be accessible offline, able to be experienced without having to rely on your servers, or basically allow the IP to be played on private servers. Kind of like that.
Mm.
I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's actually the one thing too, because like there are so many games like Mecha Break, Uma Musume, and Helldivers. Like I don't want and Zenizone Zero, perfect. Like if you actually just there is there any aside from the gotcha, is there any online component to it?
Not to my
Other than the
knowledge,
gacha,
no.
not. I mean, there's only like little mini games that they have where you can play with other players.
Yeah, but those are just
Um,
like little on-off events.
yeah. Other than those little mini on-off events, not really. It's pretty much all a self-contained story. You could
S-
easily turn that into an offline experience.
Exactly. So like
Yeah.
just create a version once you're done with the game, like you're not putting in more updates, you've milked everybody for their money. Just create a offline version that people can play with the story intact and all the characters that unlock naturally like a normal game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I could definitely see that, and I think that would be a great experience, to play afterward too. Like,
agreed.
I'd really like that, actually.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like because a lot of our games are online and it's all digital, the question of the feeling that you own these games is starting to really deteriorate.
Mm.
Deteriorate. Oh my god, I can't say it anymore.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm hoping out of like something out of this initiative. So and and it is a I think it is something that needs to be considered going forward because we've seen I mean this came from like Ubisoft shutting down the crew and that upset a lot of people.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. So but yeah, but like I know I've been talking a lot, but what about your guys' detailed thoughts at all? Like regarding the sense of ownership of games, like how would you like what kind of vision do you want to see this kind of bring back, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, you go first, Eterna.
Yeah. I'll just say that I definitely do like the idea of having like private servers that can play the game by itself without needing to do, things like the gotcha or anything like that after it's done
Mhm.
uh having its regular service. Um I do feel like in general it's a good idea to have some level of ownership of it after, they've milked everyone for all of their money.
Yeah, like if you're
um
not going to bring it back, you might as well.
yeah, just as a kind of thank you for, all of the good service after all. And I know a lot of games are doing that. A lot of ones like the Mega Man online game I've heard was, created a version of that. And there's a few
Yeah,
other versions of a few games that have been doing that too. So I know some have, but there have been some that haven't, and that have it's been a kind of a disappointment to fans. So um I would say, I mean, yes, ultimately it probably will always remain the choice of the creator of said games, but for goodwill of your company, I think it would be something that should be highly encouraged to do.
mhm.
Especially since, people will feel like, okay, if this company burned me this time, if they make a sequel game, I know I'm not going to spend money on it because it's not going to be worth it. So yeah, I definitely do see the value of it from a company perspective in terms of just goodwill from the company to the players. Uh because yeah, like I said, it would just be
Mhm.
a smart thing for, public relations anyway. That's kind of my mindset on it. And but yeah, I would love to see it, more games do that.
Yeah.
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 But what was your idea, Azure?
Not really an idea, more so just my personal thoughts on it.
Mhm.
Really, I don't have anything I can really add. You both have said everything I felt personally.
Mm.
And
Okay.
this is coming from someone that actually does sadly make use of online storage in gaming because it's convenient. But I
Mhm.
do also prefer physical media and wish to get that back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that, like you said, for the mindset of ownership is something that people will always want to keep. So I
Yeah,
don't think at any point it will ever truly go away. And if they do try and do that, people will fight them against it. Like, for example, in terms of the PlayStation 5 Pro, where, I think like literally it's all like has to be through the online service or system or
mhm,
whatever like that.
yep,
Like that's the main reason why I do not plan on buying a PS5 Pro, no matter what the, high graphics evolution of it is. Like it's just like I don't own any of my games. Like it's just
Yeah.
gamers are gonna
Actually,
fight them back for it.
and I think it was during that one PlayStation outage when you could still plug in, like, buy a disk drive, like a specifically a disk drive for the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Okay.
And when you plug it in, you still had to connect to the online store to activate it.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's
Wow,
crazy.
that
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like when it's kind of like the recent like I think John Deere tractors. I know it's a little off topic, but same concept. Like if the tractor broke down, they actually didn't allow the farmers to fix it themselves. They had to call John Deere themselves to come out and unlock it for them to fix it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's just one of those things where like I mean, even Nintendo is going through a massive lawsuit, and we're not going to get through it today just because it's a bit of a timeline. But what it is that like the Nintendo is able to brick your console for the stupidest reasons.
That is, I know, I've heard that is insane.
Yeah, wrong accessory or unauthorized access or
No game for you.
no game for you, basically. Yeah.
Or I just don't like your name.
That
Console war.
actually I wouldn't actually I wonder did Nintendo brick a console for that? Oh
Oh,
jeez.
Better
Lord.
not. I
Yeah.
was making a joke. That
Yeah.
better stay a joke.
It's like, no game for you.
Yeah. I'm currently watching the situation right now. If I feel that we're going to be at a state that we can definitely talk about it, I'll try to gather all the information and I'll post it here and we can just go and read through it little by little and just go like yay, nay, oof, what to it. So we'll react and give our 3 cents about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, so like yeah, so hopefully we can see some steps towards, game preservation and also this encouragement of, owning our games. I know everything's digital now, and I think it's called Good Old Gaming. Basically, they have DRM free games, so you can basically whatever you buy there, you get all the files, and they
Oh
basically
yeah,
just
God.
belong to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GOG. I'm starting to get into that myself. I've downloaded a few. At least I've created an account and downloaded some free games I got through. Not sponsored, by the way, but Amazon Prime. I think they give you some free games if you have Amazon Prime. You can get them through GOG.
Yep. Yeah, they give you
So
the game keys, yeah.
there's
I
hook up
actually
there. Yeah.
haven't been doing much of that much of that even though I have access to it. I've just been so busy. And do I need to add more games to my library right now?
No. No.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
you got a little too much through the horse. You're a little bit too caught up in the horse girls for the moment, I think.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't
You
have
might
a
have a
problem.
little you might have a little bit of a problem. I might have to check up on you to make sure you are not dead or have become isekai'd into the horse girl world through your chips
Is that
somehow,
possible?
and you've become a horse. No,
Is that
no,
possible?
bad,
Hold on.
bad
No.
Hold on. Hold on.
Warbot-NIX.
Hold on. Hold on.
No.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Tell me that's possible. What is this power and how can I find it?
Not even
No,
magic can make that happen.
bad Warbot. No.
All right. Do not try this at home. I'll be right back.
No,
Oh
get
my
back
god.
here. We are not turning you into a horse girl and installing you into the game.
What do you mean I'm gonna be a horse girl? I just want to be in that world. It is technically an
you be a trainer.
isekai, to be fair.
We are not installing you into that world, Warbot.
No.
I will find a way.
Um,
Let's not do that. We still need you here.
All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. Believe it or not, I think last Saturday was the only time I actually had a decent sleep and
oh,
was somewhat productive. Yeah. And yeah,
Uh-huh.
and as I said earlier, I am shifting a lot of my content now on my personal account as well. It will be Umusume and Mecha Break for the most part. Uh, there's been some goofy things going on with Star Citizen that honestly, I'm I'm actually afraid to like log in and play just because there's actually just hacking going on.
really?
And yeah, basically, according to Reddit, these hackers are purposely nuking players instantaneously, but so it's a protest, they say. And basically what it is that this all started with tier 0 item recovery. So because people just die randomly, it's kind of like a stopgap to sort of allow people to get their gear back, just not their like inventory back, just their gear that they have equipped back, so they don't lose it, and it prevents other players from looting your gear.
I
So some
see.
people like it. Actually, a lot of people like it because it's just one of those things where like it just saves you time to set yourself up for, to set yourself up for, for your next run, your next game. You don't have to like rebuy your gear. You don't have to figure out, your loadout kit and everything. And that's actually part of Star Citizen's developers for like dragging their feet on, creating their new inventory system and also how to set up gear quickly, But
Mm.
it's just one of those things where, and part of it's also money related too. I'm going to have to pull the cynical card of it as well. And you don't see me do this very often, but part of it also encouraging people to buy gear off the store to prevent people from losing it. Because when you die and you don't get back to your body in the old days, you lost that gear. And even if you bought it with real money
That oof.
until the next update, you get it back.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. And that's actually a video I was scripting, but I'm kind of holding it off now just because Star Citizen is just in this weird place and I'm just going to hold off a little bit.
That's probably
So,
a good idea, just to make
yeah.
sure you've got it all.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm sorry because I know you like that game.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I still I still try to get in there every now and then, but it's just one of those things where like when will a hacker just completely ruin my experience,
Right.
That
you
is a
know?
real concern.
Yeah, so hopefully, things get addressed ASAP. I get it, it's a game that's being developed and it's in progress, and there's really not too much point right now in progression. But at the same time, like CIG definitely needs to also start to really address how they're designing the game and how they're treating players going forward.
Mm.
So, yeah, this is my sort of mini protest myself. Like, I love the game for what it is in terms of the amount of experience I get, but at the same time, I'm like, it really can't, just can't keep wowing away like this right now.
Mhm.
So, that's my whole shtick. And that's actually something that honestly, I wasn't going to plan on talking about that, but yeah, so that's why
Get
there's
it
going to
off
be a
your
shift
chest.
in content. Oh yeah, yeah. I plan on talking about more at my own personal channel. So look forward to that.
Look forward to that.
Yep. And that being the case, we actually don't have any new game trailers to react to this week. Looks like we kind of like went through all of that with the Summer Game Fest and a couple other things. So and State of Play. So I think that's all it for today. So today is definitely a little bit a shorter one.
Step up your game, guys. Let's get some new games out.
What are you talking about? We are eating good already.
Yeah,
Have
come
you?
on.
We could use more.
Okay, seriously. We have Sonic Racing Crossworld coming.
Yes.
We just had a Kojima Death Stranding 2 come out at the same time as Musume and Phantom X.
Yes.
We have Persona 4R.
Yeah, and Persona 5 X, the Phantom X.
I just said that.
You said Persona 5. You saw Persona 5 R, but that was
I said Persona 5X, my bad.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Persona 4R. Yunar
Oh, Persona
Kami's
4
coming
R
back.
or Persona 4 R. Yes, yes, yes. That's it.
Yes, Yunar Kami's coming back. And it's probably
Yeah.
not
Get to
Johnny
go
on
back.
Bosch.
The Chad U, unfortunately not Johnny Bosch, which makes me sad.
Actually, who
But
would
it is
They
what it
actually
is.
didn't.
who
They
what's up?
didn't bring back the voice actors for the Persona 3 remake. Why would they do it for the Persona 4 one?
I know. I know.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
miss
can
the chat.
argue. I can argue.
Mm-hmm.
It's one is to give the newer voice actors a chance to really shine and take up the mantle. And two, some of our current voice actors are getting a little older.
Yeah,
Oh, oh, I will say this much. I do believe some of the original voice actors are playing parts of minor characters in the game. So in Persona 3 Reload,
right. I
so
remember
that is still a thing. So they still could show up in some capacity, just
that. Right.
not as the same character.
I will laugh if Johnny on Bosch decides to voice Yunar Kami's dad that we never met.
Oh, okay, okay. I was gonna say Dojima. That would be funny.
Oh my! Oh, you know what would be awesome?
That
Yeah.
They
would
keep
be
Adachi as
Oh,
Johnny
oh,
on Bosch. I can
wow.
see that still being
Wow.
a thing.
That would, wow. Yeah, that could be a thing, actually. That would actually be hilarious. He could just put all of his energy into Adachi.
just, just like, just go from like meek to maniacal.
Yeah.
that sounds fun. I
Yeah,
hope that's what they do.
it's like
I am
I
not
gave
gonna
up the
hold my
goody two
breath.
shoes act. Let's do this.
I'm not gonna hold my breath
Uh,
for it, but that does sound fun.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will just say since Persona 4 was my first Persona game, it's probably the one I'm the most excited for. Other than Persona 6, which is hilariously ironic, but um yeah, other than that, Persona 4, of at least of the remakes, was the one I was the most looking forward to.
Yeah, and speaking of remakes and remasters, Bandai, please actually make a good Tales of remake, and please do not mess up Tales of Abyss. Oh my god, I
Mm,
will, I will,
don't
I will
mess
be
that
very,
up.
very sad because some of these
Yeah.
PC ports of these remasters not good, technically
Yeah.
wise.
What would you think of a Tales of Symphonia remake?
It's already existing.
Wait, it
Yeah,
does?
the
Yeah.
remaster, yeah, they
No, no,
remastered
not
it already.
not remaster, but remake.
Oh, remake.
Yes.
Um,
Mm,
I feel like Tales of
no,
Games, part of the,
honestly.
yeah, you go first.
I think you're about to hint on what I was saying. Part of the charm of each Tales of game
Mhm.
is in the media, in the form that the time that they come out in. Tales of
Yeah.
Symphonia, its charm is in graph its GameCube PS2 graphics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
will
kinda feel that.
argue. I will argue there are a few titles I can see that do that can benefit quite a lot from a remake. I would say the Tales of Fantasia.
Tales of
Mhm.
Destiny.
Yeah,
The
and Tales of
older one.
Legendia too could use an update.
Ooh,
The older
yeah,
one. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that one.
yeah. I'd say like all the 2D ones can definitely get a 3D glow up.
I could
Yeah,
see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, keep the story intact. Expand
Yes.
upon it if there's room or there's a loophole. I mean, not loophole. There's a plot hole that needs to be filled in.
Mhm.
Um, but I would say Tales of Fantasia that was originally on the Super Nintendo and also on the Game Boy Advance. I feel like that one could definitely use an update.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely needs it. And also and I think we've already gone through this in a previous episode. Valkyrie Profile 2.
Oh, yeah.
Please, just give me a remaster that I can put on my PC. I don't know how long my PlayStation 2 can last. So, all right then. Well, that's actually the hour. I
Mhm.
hope everyone enjoyed it. I know it's a bit shorter this time, but we are a little bit. We started off a little later than expected, and a few of us have a few things to do. But it was a pleasure. Welcome back, guys, from the holiday weekend. I hope everyone's having fun this summer. If you guys are interested in joining Star Citizen, I just wouldn't do it right now. I will have, you guys can come over to Warbot-NIX's channel. I will have a referral code that gives you some little bonus goodies. And also, especially if you're joining into Mecha Break and you want to try it out, it is free to play. Do also download that on Steam, and I believe they haven't added any sort of guild system yet, but hopefully we can get that going as well. Alrighty then. Other than that, any last minute words from the co-host before we tune out?
Just that you can again find me, and I do have some videos on there of like my older gameplays, but I will be playing again more. Again, that's EternumBlaze on twitch.tv/EternumBlaze. So you'll be able to catch me on there. Just that.
You better be ready before GTA 6.
You better be ready before we get GTA 6.
Like,
Be
I'm
ready.
not interested in playing GTA 6, and I'm making that as the freaking bookmark of your deadline.
I'll be sure to play before GTA 6.
All right.
As for me, you can find my works on FIM Fiction under the username Azure Sandora.
Alrighty then. And that is all for today. Have a great summer. See you guys in 2 weeks. And also check out our previous episodes if you want to get more of it, as well as some of our video reacts. Like, subscribe, and I am proud to finally say that because I feel like we have something going here. Take care. Have a good one.
Laters, guys.
See you in your nightmare.
Stay safe.